Hey peeps, so welcome to Farms Tech World. Hey, you know me, you know how that road, right, baby? So we have the, I don't remember where I got this. I think it was either Gabe's or some other side store. It is a Technical 2100. And what makes this so unique is not only does it have a built-in battery, it also accepts 3 AA batteries in conjunction with the built-in battery. Now let's read a little specs on this. It has wide focus and crosshairs. Okay, let's get you in here so you can see all that good stuff. See? Wide focus crosshairs. Now if we go over here to the other side, we have high, low, strobe, and laser. High, low, strobe, and laser. Now, you say, what would you have a laser on a flashlight? We don't know why they would put a laser on a flashlight, but it claims that it's military grade aluminum. Let me get that a little closer so you can see. Military grade aluminum. We're going to open this up and see what's going on in here. So I went and bought my trusty Dusty. I'm not fighting to get in this. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, neat. Have a nice little cover for the USB port. That's for charging the internal battery. If you don't see that, it's got a little flappy cover over it. Got a nice little I want to hold you band. And that is really bright. I'm just going to touch the ceiling to let you see how bright that is. See if we can, there we go. It's going to be hard to see, but see that? That's strobe. That's bright. Strobe. And that's the laser pointer if you don't see it. See that? Now, this is showing it in the house. What we gonna do, right? You know how we do it on Ron's World, right? Ron Tech World. We gonna take this joke outside and take a look at this. So let's give a deep look and see what we see here. So you have the LED, and right about there, if you can see carefully, that is where the laser is. See that right there? Yeah. So let's see where the batteries go. Now, there's no batteries in here. You can put additional batteries in here. If I could ever get this to screw off. Oh, that is the battery right there. But it says this. Let me read this again, because I don't see where you can put the other battery at. Of course, it doesn't come with any instructions, like all good Chinese products. Let's see. Dual source, a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, which included a USB charger cable, which included. It has a 3 AAA battery, not included. Includes holder. See, it's right there. If you look very carefully. But here's the question. It doesn't tell you where the other AA batteries would go. Hold on. I'm going to take it off at the top. And it doesn't tell you. Now, this bottom comes off and the top comes off. But it only... Oh, you know what? I wonder... I'm going to take a voltage of this battery. What I'm thinking is that 1 or 2, maybe 3 batteries can fit in here and match the voltage of this one. So if this battery dies, you can just go use regular AA batteries. But we're going to find that out in a little bit. We're going to go outside now and see how light this Mimmy Jimmy Flippy is. Okay. I have this. We shall go out and see what's going on.
All right, guys, it is dark as hell back here. So we're going to turn this light on and see how bright it really is. Jesus Christ, look at that. Look how bright that is. It's almost like it's brighter than the sun. We're going to turn on, that's low, that is the strobe, and that is the laser. Look at that. And if I turn the light off, we see how dark it really is back here. Now, that is some lights behind us, but this joker is really, really bright. Look how bright that is. And that's the low setting. Of course, you can see how a big difference in that. And of course, we have the strobes. Back to the laser, as you can see it. But this is really bright. Now, I wouldn't say it's 10,000 lumens. It doesn't really tell you what it is, but it is a very bright light. And this is, we're going to move to a section where it's going to be pitch black and dark. And you're going to see how bright it is. We're heading back to the pit dark part, where there's almost no light. See, it's dark. And look how light this is. Unfortunately, you can't really adjust the beam to make it any brighter, but this is really, really bright. And I think this was fairly inexpensive. So, and that's the laser. All right, folks, let's go on in, and we're going to do some voltage measurements and see about what's going on with the battery.
All right, peeps. That was quite interesting, right? So let's go ahead and first get started and find out what's the voltage on this battery that's in here. So I'm going to go ahead and lower this down a little bit so we can see. DC volts. Trust you don't see. So you guys can see. And amazingly, I think that's only 4 volts. Yes. What is it rated? Okay, so it's rated at 3.7 volts. See that? And it looks like 1500 milliamps. 5.55 watt hours, or up to 1500 milliamps. Okay, so let's look at how these other batteries actually fit in here, because I'm curious, how is 3 batteries, because these batteries are not, these AA batteries are not even as big as this. So how is this supposed to work? I don't see how this is supposed to work. It doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't show a way where, oh, you know something? It doesn't show a way to put any additional batteries in. I don't see it. So how is 3 batteries going to fit into here? I don't see how that's going to work. I don't. Even if I don't still see this not working. Unless the third battery is to stack it and it still won't fit. So honestly, folks, I don't know how the 3 batteries are supposed to fit in here. And it specifically says, oh, zoom the twist out to wide view, spread of light, and zoom for spot checking, detect. All right, so I didn't see that actually work. This includes the holder. I don't know what in the fried chicken they're talking about. Is that AA batteries, right? That doesn't make any sense on how these 3 batteries are going less. And that still doesn't make any sense because I don't think it's going to fit this way either. Yeah. I don't know how this is supposed to work, or how they claim it's supposed to work, or how it's supposed to work. Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know how these 3 batteries are going to go in here and work. Because even if you put 2, it's still not going to close. So I don't know how. That might be an outright lie. But you know something? I'm always determined on how they may have did this. Now, what's interesting, this turns, but it's a little tight originally. But I don't know how they were able to get these 3 batteries in here. That's still too big, and it's too short. How is it possible? I don't know. I don't know how they claim that this could take dual power. 3 AA batteries not included. I don't know how that's possible. How is that fitting in? I don't see how that's even possible. Honestly, I don't. So I think we may have been lied to a little bit, because I do not see how it's possible to put 3 AA batteries in here and still get this to work. I don't see how it's possible. I really don't. And unfortunately, it does not tell us. You know something? Let me look it up. I'll be right, guys and gals. This is what happens when you do not read, or you don't read correctly. There is a secondary device that goes in here to allow you to connect all the 3 batteries, and then it slides in. If I read this and paid attention, I would have realized that it says that adapter is not included. Now don't I feel like a dough week on? I'll be quiet. Now, I'm going to do some different tests. Now, apparently, you can change, adjust this. See, it is adjustable. See, look at that. See that crosshairs? So you can adjust the brightness. And even get a nice little crosshair. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, what do I think of this? It's neat. It's a shame they didn't include the adapter so you can also use the other batteries, but it doesn't really matter because it does come with a rechargeable battery inside, and it does have a port which appears to be a Type C port, so that we can use.